Hello, Elma Lugo coming to you from the Longwood Public Library. This is the original that I first made just as a practice, and you're going to be making this on an 8 by 10 canvas board. This one I made on a 16 by 20 sheet. So we have our 8 by 10 board or canvas, however you like, black paint, paper plate, and a number 5 or a thin brush. You're going to put your black paint on the paper plate, and if it's too thick, you can water it down a little bit just to make it a little inky. You're going to start in the center and go upward. Just go upward in the center and then go off center. Keep filling your brush with the black paint. And you're going to go up the same line that you drew and just keep doing that until you are happy with the way your tree looks. And I'm showing this to you step by step. These are not my original thoughts. These are things that I see on YouTube, on Pinterest, on Creative Bug, wherever I can find inspiration. I try it out first, I see if I like it, and then I bring it to you. So we're still painting our little black tree, the trunk, the branches, until you are happy with the way that it looks. And you're just going to keep doing that until you're happy with it. You can have your cup of coffee while you're doing this. Just take your time. You're going to be in a state of flow, I promise you, because this gets very addicting. So you just keep making little branches until you're happy with the branches. And you'll see soon, I'll turn it around and you'll get to see where I stopped. Don't add too many, just enough to set the branches out, make it look nice. This is an easy project. No stress, no worries. It's all good. Now you see that I have a wrap around my arm, and that's because I had a visit from ivy. Poison ivy, that is. Yep, get it every year. And the only way I can stop scratching is if I wrap my arm, and this way I'm not scratching directly on my arm. I am sort of just scratching above the wrap. I think I'm almost through with this. And you'll see that, I'm pretty happy with it. You'll see. You'll be happy with yours too. Just make sure that you have the center one, and then one going off to the right, one going off to the left, and then you're adding little branches to it. And I'm pretty happy with mine. So I am going to add the red paint first. And you're just going to do little dots. You see? See, I kind of like that. That came out pretty good. Try not to use too much paint. A little dab will do you. I think I went a little too far adding the paint. It's just really, really little dots. And you can do, I don't know, 3, 4 little dots of the red. Then you're going to go onto your orange and you're going to make little dots with that right next to or close to the red one. Then you're going to go on to your next color, which is green. And I'm just adding them here and there, up and down, where you think you might want them on the leaves. Now I'm going on to the blue, making my blue dots, and I added way too much paint, as you can see. So just be careful not to do that. Just a little dot will do ya. Now I'm going on to my purple. And I went a little too crazy with those two. My paint was a little drippy. You're going to take your stencil brush, brush it out, and you're going to stipple. This is called stippling, going up and down, up and down, up and down on the red. Going to do the red first. You don't have to clean your brush unless it's overloaded with paint. Leave some spaces in between so that you can see, that you have little openings in the tree. You're going to go on to your next color, orange. Then you'll go on to your green, and you're stippling all the time. Now, the reason you see my arm there is because I have a little too much paint, so I'm wiping off some of the paint on some paper towels. Then you go on to your green. Isn't this nice and serene? You can just sit there. You can go out in your yard and play. Have a cup of coffee. Stipple, stipple, stipple. I tell you, I can get addicted to this stuff. And like I said, these are not my original thoughts. I see them on YouTube or other places, and then I try to copy and try to make them as simple as I can so that you can follow. You're going down to your purple, then you might want to come back and do the red or, stipple around and see how you like it. And again, if you're going back to the red after you've done the blue or the purple or one of the other colors, wipe off your brush as well as you can so that you're not getting the other colors into the tree. I can get a little nut stippling. Yeah, just a little nuts, but that's okay. You're going to see that when you start doing it, it's going to start happening to you. Just don't do it so much where you close up all the little openings, the little white spots, like I did on the left-hand side of my tree. You want to have little openings. But isn't this relaxing? It's just a very relaxing kind of project that you are going to love. And yes, it takes a little bit of practice, but don't worry, you'll get it. Now, I bought my paints at the dollar store. These are two paints, not liquid craft paints. And you see that, I'm kind of finished with my tree. I'm kind of happy with it. But I'm going to go back with the black and make it just a little darker. And as you can see, I can't stop stippling, but remember, you've got to know when to stop. Once you think you're fine with it, leave it alone. or all the colors are going to start blending into each other, and that's not going to be very pretty looking. But it's such a soothing project. Now, I thought that my tree needed a little bit more black in it, so I went back and with my number 5 brush, I just touched up the black a bit. I can't wait to show you the one I did this morning. It is beautiful, and I will put it up at the end of this. I love it, love it, love it. Someone already offered to buy it from me. Go figure. I usually give my stuff away. And as you can see, I'm just going back over the black, and this is not going to take very long, believe me. On an 8x10, if you were doing a 16x20, it would take you a little longer, but this is an 8x10 board, and like I said, you can use an 8x10 canvas. And I'm just going through the black just to give it a little bit of more highlight. Now, I'm going back to the green. Oh my God, I'm still not finished with the stippling. I have to do like the song, let it go, let it go. All right, so now you're going to take your brush, your flat brush, and I used a 3/4 inch plaid one stroke brush, and you're going to fill with green paint, and you're going to brush off as much paint as you can. You want to go really, really light on this, so don't go with the heavy, heavy hand. And you're going to flick upwards to make the grass. Flick upwards. Just keep flicking, just keep flicking. Don't mind me. My sense of humor gets the best of me. Anyway, so you just keep flicking all the way to the ends. From the center to the end. Isn't this relaxing? I find this so relaxing. And you're just going to keep doing this until you go to the end. Or you can stop right there. It's your tree. Make it how you want. My first one, I think I stopped right there. This one, I am moving all the way to the end of the board. And don't go in just upward motions, do like a crisscross if you want, like go to the left, go to the right. You want it to look like grass. You don't want it to be like all standing up the same way. Some a little longer, some a little shorter. Remember, it's your tree. You do with it what you want. The canvas board I also bought at the dollar store, I think. You can buy canvas board for $1, and this is my finished tree. It's so pretty. I'm so happy with it. At the end, once it is totally dry, and I mean totally dry overnight, you're going to spray it with Krylon High Gloss, or I use glaze. It is a Rust-Oleum triple thick glaze. It'll give that painting a nice shine. This is the end. This is what mine looks like. I hope yours looks almost the same. Please send me a Facebook picture of yours. I would love to see it. And don't worry, you can't ruin this unless you use too much paint. This is the one I made this morning. It looks like flowers growing in greenery with purple skies. I think it came out beautiful. And as I told you, I already have someone that wants to buy it. I do hope that you enjoyed this segment of Crafty Wednesdays with Elma Lugo at the Longwood Public Library. See you the next time on Crafty Wednesdays when I bring you crackle glass, imitation that is. Take care.